What strength can I build out of this? All right. If everybody will just write this down, I've said it before on calls, but I want you to hear it today more than ever. There is beauty in becoming. Okay. Like there's a lot of pretty in the middle of the ugly. You with me? And there's a whole lot of pretty on the other side of ugly. All right. Another question. Hey, what relationships can this deepen? Hey, can I tell you one thing about loss? You'll find out real quick who your people are. You'll find out real quick. You'll find out real quick who's going to show up at your front door, regardless of what has happened, and say, hey, I'm here. I love you, and I will walk this out with you. You with me? Okay. I get the gift of being in a lot of conversations with people that are in the middle of loss. And when I say I get the gift, here's what I mean. I get the gift of telling them, I don't care what has happened, what you have done, or how you got here. I want you to know I will not leave you or forsake you. I love you. We're going to walk it out. Okay. Gain. What relationships can deepen in the middle of it? How about like what? Hey, what's this developing in me? You with me? Like, what's this developing in me? What character is developing because of what I'm walking through right now? What level of integrity is coming up inside of me because of what I'm walking through right now? Okay. And then I'll give you one more, and I think this one's vital. And that is, what perspective did this give me? What perspective did this give me? I brought my dad up to you earlier. Many of you know the depth of that story with my dad and I, but I will tell you that.
Can you repeat what you said last, Dusty? What
Yeah,
perspective? What?
yeah. What perspective did this give me, Juan? What perspective did this give me? When I first lost my dad, I want to tell you the perspective I had. The perspective I had was nobody knows this loss. You don't know how I feel. Okay. I was entitled, angry, like I felt robbed. You tracking with me on this? Anybody ever felt like this? And maybe and there's like, and I don't mean it just personally, like there's just moments, man, you just feel, man, this was not right. I was robbed. And I'll never forget walking into a room about 6 months after my dad had passed. And that's the way that I felt. Okay. I went to a place called Grief Share. Okay. And I didn't want to be there. Okay. You with me? I didn't want to be there at all. But I had a mentor who loved me enough to say, hey, you are not okay. And we got to go get you. We got to go get you well. All right. So I walk in this room. We go in this room. There's 10 people sitting in a circle. And here's what they said. They said, hey, all we're going to do is you just tell us tonight why you're here. And I remember thinking, I ain't telling you jack. That was my thought, Terry. I was like, I don't know who you are. Okay. You know nothing about me. I'm not telling you anything. Entitled. I remember thinking, none of you know what I'm going through. And then here's what happened. This guy spoke up, sitting next to the leader in the room. This guy spoke up and he said, 20 years ago, my wife and my 2 kids left our house to go get lettuce because I forgot it at the store. I was cooking in the backyard and they never came home. They were killed in an accident. Okay. That's what this dude said. The lady next to him said, I just gave birth to my first daughter and my mom died 4 days later. The lady next to him said, I haven't heard my husband call my name or tell me that he loves me in 4 years. He has Alzheimer's. And I'm just preparing myself. And I sat there and remembered thinking, wow. And I thought I was the only one who had loss. Perspective. With me? Changed my perspective. All right. So here's what I want us to do today. All right. I want us to recognize this, and I want you to write it down. I would never choose some of the hardest seasons of my life. Okay? As I was putting this together for you guys this morning, I literally wrote this down. I would never choose some of the hardest seasons of my life. Like, it's not like I'd wake up and be like, yeah, let's go do that. Let's go walk right into the middle of that pain. All right. I would never choose some of the hardest seasons of my life, but I also wouldn't trade what it produced in me. You with me? I would never choose what took place with my dad. I would never choose having a business go belly up and losing sick fear. I would never, like, nobody wakes up and thinks that. But I wouldn't trade what it produced in me. You with me on this? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of one of the toughest seasons of your life, and you may be in it right now. Okay? You don't have to think long, do you? I want you to think of one of the toughest seasons of your life. I want you to write it down. Okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to come up to about 30,000 feet, and I want you to look down at it. And I want you to look down at it so that you gain a new perspective. You tracking with me? Like, take yourself out of it. Just look over the top of the situation. And I want you to acknowledge the loss. Okay, so this call is not about you. Like, this isn't like, hey, we're just going to be positive all the time and loss doesn't happen. I want you to acknowledge, man, here's what I've lost in this. But then I want you to ask, what have I gained? What can I gain? And go back to those questions I gave you. What new perspective can I have? You with me? What's this teaching me? How am I going to grow through this? Whose lives are forever going to be different because of this loss and gain that's happening inside of me? Okay? And maybe we stop asking, what did this take from me? And we start asking, what is it giving me? Okay? What is it giving me? Okay, here's one exercise you can do along with this, okay? Just on one side of the paper, write down, here's what I lost. Okay? Here's what I lost. Be honest with it. Like, hey, in the middle of all of this, this is what I lost. And then once you've done that, on the right side, I want you to write down, but this is what I actually gained. This is what I lost, but this is what I actually gained. Okay. Now, I know
Can I
this
ask you a
is,
question?
yeah, go ahead, Ernest.
So how do you do that when the loss is a close human, like a
Yeah.
family friend or a partner?
Yeah.
How do you find a gain in that?
Yeah. That's a great question, Ernest. Here's the first thing I would say is the gain is everything inside of you that came from that person. You with me? Everything that you wouldn't be today without them. Okay? Like my dad, so much of who I am came from there. You with me? That I wouldn't trade for anything. Okay? The other gain is, and I want you guys to hear this, okay? The legacy of a person does not end when the person is no longer here. You tracking with me on this? Like death doesn't stop it. You tracking with me? Okay. And the gain is that we take all of that that's inside of us, Ernest, and then we step into a world and we put those things into play, and that we a legacy is lived on a daily basis. Okay. All of us, and we'll do another call on this at some point, but I can tell you this, the way you leave an incredible legacy, the way you leave your mark on this world is based on how you live. Like that's where it comes. That's where it comes from. Okay. Now the loss never goes away. Never. It's been 16 years. Okay. There are still moments that take my breath away. Still moments I'm angry. All right. Like I'm actually right now, I'm working through some deep anger and that I didn't know I still had. Okay. But in it, I'm gaining clarity and I'm gaining understanding. And I'm gaining a massive opportunity to help thousands and thousands of people. Okay. You tracking with me on this? Did this help you today? Come on now.
Awesome.
Come on now. Hey, so you are not losing, you're gaining. But you got to be the one, who understands that you got to have the mindset of that, okay? All right. Hey guys, I love you. Bless you. Go tell everybody to be on our call every week. I trust it's helpful for you, and we will see you again next week, okay? Take care. Go get them. Go get your gains today. Let's go.